Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Hard Rocker 69er once again, here to talk to you about some subjects that are very near and dear to my heart. First off, I'd like to discuss art, and what I think it is. Art is what happens when creative people are given the tools to express their creativity. And now I'd like to mention the opposite of art, which is crap. Crap is what happens when people who are not creative and have no spark of ingenuity are given the same tools and told to come up with something that looks like art. And this brings me to the discussion of the YouTube community. Now then, I'd like to first begin by saying screw you to everyone who is part of the so-called commentary community. And by that I don't mean people who make commentaries. There's a difference. It's sort of like the difference between being gay and identifying solely and only as a man who has sex with other men. I mean, you need more. You need more variety. I understand. Some people, they do what they love. And there are some people for whom commentating is like their Mona Lisa. They are brilliant and inspired. Those people are few and far between, and unfortunately right now I am imitating one of the greats, so I apologize, Mr. Forever Pandering. So let's discuss the commentary community. Why do I have a problem with the commentary community? First of all, I have a problem with them all identifying themselves as the commentary community. It just seems, what's that word? Oh yeah, stupid! You're a bunch of people who sit around talking over videos because you can't create any. I think that's the standard argument against commentaries, and it's been proven wrong before, but I'd just like to say for some people this is absolutely true. For some people, they are churning out crap because they're not creative and they don't know how to be. All they can do is copy the other people that they see, and unfortunately, the copies are crap because they are crap at doing it. What a concept! You have to be good at something before you can do it. Some of these people learn. It is a learning process. Doing commentaries, doing anything is a learning process. For some people, though, they simply refuse to get the message that they're not good at what they're doing, and they should change it. The biggest problem I have with the commentary community is that they comment over perfectly good videos and ruin them. I mean, really, this is the problem that I have with all of them. How many videos have you watched and thought, hey, this would be better and funnier if some guy with a lisp was speaking over it? Have you ever sat down to watch Gone with the Wind and thought, wow, this is a great romance. Now if only Norbert from next door with his little pocket protector was telling me about the story. And the circle jerkery just continues in this commentary community. They comment over all each other's videos until it's a giant cluster of videos and everything is commentated over everything, and people actually do commentaries on top of commentaries. It's just madness. What's going on here? What are you making that is supposed to be entertaining for somebody to watch? After the third or fourth audio layer, how does anyone keep it consistent? I could understand taking a really boring, stupid video and doing a commentary over it that's intended to be funny. That's what Retsupre does, and they do it pretty well, and they do it about as well as I think anyone can do it. The problem with nerds is that they're all drawing from the same creativity bucket. Nerds don't have creativity. Now, I don't mean that as in people with technical skills don't have creativity. Obviously they do, or we'd all be using the old PCs from the 80s. The point that I'm laboriously trying to crawl towards is that these people watched old bad science fiction growing up, and then they watched Mystery Science Theater 30,000 or whatever, and they decided this is how every video should be. And so it is. And this is what we have today. You look at all these commentaries out there, blame it on you, Mystery Science Theater. Screw you, Mystery Science Theater, and your Manos Hands of Fate as well. You started all this nonsense, and now you're all kicking back in your fancy offices, I imagine, with lots of money, and nerds are giving you verbal blowjobs everywhere you go. This is the situation you've created, and now we all have to live with it while you grow old and die. Lucky ducks. And now I'd like to completely turn around on myself and give you the Reformed Commentary Watcher's Guide to Commentaries, in a sense. You see, I used to watch commentaries, even though I thought they were pretty bland and stupid, but every once in a while a good one comes along, and what can you do? Suddenly you like to watch commentaries. Well, this is how it is for me, unfortunately. Every once in a while I see a great commentary on, usually by someone who only does a couple every year, and then I have to go look for other ones. For a while, I was subscribed to a fellow called TOG Professor. In all honesty, he's really not that bad. He's alright. I mean, I'm not going to go out and criticize him, because knowing him, he'd probably make a commentary about the commentary of the commentary I'm doing on him. But anyway, he likes to do commentaries, and he does commentaries on top of commentaries on top of commentaries. So the fellow really likes to do commentaries, and that's really all his channel is based on. And unfortunately, he got into a spat with a fellow named Jay Frieden and got his account banned, and then he replaced it just a little while later, and I'm sure eventually he'll get banned again, and what can you do about it? But this is the cycle of commentaries. The other problem I have with commentaries, of course, them being not original, and of course TOG Professor is a good example of this, but every commentator is. Unfortunately, when you're a commentator, you're commenting over the original footage. What people forget about groups like Mystery Science Theater is that, as far as I know, they had permission to do these recordings, to do these commentaries, and yes, the fair use clause may enter into it, but you have to consider when you're taking an entire person's video and just doing your commentary over it, especially if your audio isn't jacked up and theirs isn't jacked down, you're basically taking their video and doing it again. Understandably, some people don't like this process, especially since most of these commentaries are being used as sort of mocking videos. Look, when you mock somebody, they will do whatever is in their power to stop you in most cases. Unfortunately, the thin-skinned abound in this world, and the internet is not a place for them, but they will be here anyway. You must understand that it does not matter what the legality of the situation is. And this is the other problem I have with commentary communities. They tend to get filled after a while with a bunch of butthurt whiners, and look, I understand there's unfairness out there, and commentaries seem to attract unfair interpretations of laws like fair use, but it goes both ways, people. It goes both ways. Whenever I hear someone spout off fair use, I just wonder, well, did you spend 6 hours in technical writing class learning about fair use clause? Did you speak to a lawyer about the legality of fair use? Because you know what? I have, and they don't have a concrete answer for you. The current state of the commentary community is what happens when a bunch of uncreative hacks look at a brilliantly creative idea and say, "Oh, I could do that." No, you couldn't, and no, you didn't, unfortunately, though we wish things were different. Double or triple commentaries are a stupid idea, and you're stupid if you like them. The idea of a commentary community is absolutely ridiculous. This isn't a group of painters in Florence, Italy, creating a brilliant and imaginative original work. This is people talking over videos, and most of you don't even like each other anyway, because you're all talking over your own videos, which brings me to my next point anyway, which is that commentaries have to be one of the most egotistical forms of expression that I've ever seen. You're taking somebody else's work and you're saying, he wasn't good enough to comment on his own video, so I'm gonna do it for him. And you know what? I'll take every chance I can to sling some petty insults his way along the way. And that's just the brilliantly sophomoric mind of a YouTube commentator, and I have to say, it's no wonder that we all love them so much. On that vitriolic, poisonous note, I think I'll bid you all good day, and look forward to my inbox becoming a river of lava in email format. Thank you all for your time, ladies and gentlemen, and I must say again to you, good day, and screw off, commentary community!